That's right, folks. We are live indeed. So who's it going to be? Is it going to be Charlton at home, Leeds away, or could it even be Preston North End over at Deepdale? We're going to find out who Blackburn Rovers are going to be taking on in the very first day of the new championship season, 2019-2020. Let's waste no more time and get stuck into it. That's right, boys and girls, we are back once again live on stinking YouTube, and it is once again stupid o'clock for me. That is 4 a.m. Dedication to the cause, boys and girls, or stupidity, whatever it is. So fingers crossed, in just a minute we'll take a sneak peek, first glimpse at the 2019-2020 Championship fixtures. Now, like we did this last week with the Premier League, but I've got more on the line now, boys. I've got more on the line with Rovers. And hopefully we can have a look and see who we're opening up the campaign against, if it's going to be at home, if it's going to be away, and I'll take a look at maybe the other big games for the start of the season. If you're watching a little bit later on, make sure you smash the old subscribe button and keep your bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We're going to all hear under one roof. Now, before we jump into the thick of things, hey, hello all boys and girls in the chat. I know some of you pretty well over the past few days. I've been doing live streams over on Twitch, and a couple of them are in the old chat. But anyway, so let's first and foremost take a look at the odds. Now I'm gonna bring over the odds here. I'll move a few screens around so I can show you. Now these were the odds prior to the release of the fixture. So we're gonna jump over here and have a look at that now. If I can just transition over to those. Okay, so those are the odds right here, right now. Let's get rid of some of these bits and pieces over here. So Leeds were 11-2. Now, this was a snapshot of the Championship odds prior to the release of the fixtures. Leeds were 11-2, Fulham 8-1, West Brom 10-1, Cardiff is in there, and Rovers are all the way down in the bottom half here, 33-1. So in a minute, once we have a look at the fixtures, we're going to take a look and see if they have changed. Now, I want to first and foremost know if the fixtures are available. So I'm refreshing the screen right now. It's thinking about it. Let's bring that baby over here and have a look. Stand by, a bit of patience, maybe a bit of lag. This is not what I was anticipating. Struggling. Okay, we have them. Well, they're in, boys and girls. I haven't looked. If you're chatting with me, don't. Oh, we open against Charlton at home. That's not a bad game, you know. I'm very excited about that one. That is definitely winnable. I caught a glimpse of the computers or the website's kind of wigging out on me. So Charlton at Ewood Park, August the 3rd, Saturday the August the 3rd. Now, let's not get too excited. If you are a Rovers fan, don't get too excited with that, because the last time we actually won a game on the opening day of the season was 2010, 2011. And that six-fingered, no, it wasn't. Sam Allardyce was the manager at that point. So it has to go back nearly 9-10 years since we last won a game. Other games on that first day of the season, Luton opened up their campaign back in the Championship up against Middlesbrough. It's a difficult one. It's a home one. Barnsley, again, also back in the Championship. They take on Fulham. Let's get rid of this guy down here. So that's, two teams. There was a two division separation between these two sides last time out. Brentford take on Birmingham, currently managerless Birmingham. That'll change in the next few days, I'm sure. Millwall open up against Preston North End. Reading against Sheffield Wednesday. Stoke against QPR. Swansea against Hull. Hull against Cardiff. Again, Cardiff returning to the Championship. Forest against West Brom. Bristol City against Leeds United. Huddersfield against Derby. And that is it's not laid out pretty well. You know, it looks pretty rough. Let me just move this over here just in case things aren't going on and I don't know what's going on. So, yeah, interesting stuff. So let's take a look at the second games of the season. We go down to Fulham. Oh, my goodness, head down to London on the 10th of August. That's my mum's birthday, that bad boy. So, yeah, that's an interesting second game. Let's actually take a look at the other games for the 10th of August. Birmingham, Bristol, Cardiff, Luton, Charlton, Stoke. Derby, Swansea, obviously playoff finalists, Derby. Yeah, I'll get to the chat in a minute, so just bear with me because this is exciting stuff here. I've been waiting for this for a long time. North End against Wigan. Holy smokes, for a second game of the season, that is pretty tasty. Sheffield Wednesday against Barnsley, a bit of a northeast sort of Yorkshire kind of affair there. West Brom against Millwall. So yeah, then we take on Middlesbrough. Oh, that's a bit fruity as well. Another home game. Luton against West Brom. It's a lot to take in, especially when I'm trying to give a sort of championship overview for it. Yeah, some interesting fruity games. Definitely winnable, I'd say. That's there are some winnable games here for Rovers, so it could be a good start to the season. 2 home games at the first 3, and the first away game is Fulham, which Scott Parker is the manager for Fulham. I'm not too sure. I think he might be a little bit too wet behind the ears for this championship football. Our first midweek game is up against Hull City. Oh my goodness. Taking on Hull City, August the 3rd, 20th, down at the KCOM. So that'll be another interest. Middlesbrough against Wigan, Sheffield Wednesday against Luton. Some nice good games in here. Then we take on Cardiff back end of the month. That's that's a fruity game as well. Do we have another game in August? It looks like we do. Very, very busy first month of football. We wrap up the month up against West Brom away. So now let's jump all the way down to Christmas time. That is traditionally a hectic period for the championship. So let's have a look at the games that happen over that period. Last time out, I was in England, so we went to a couple of games, or at least one of them. So over the Christmas Boxing Day, we take on Birmingham. Currently managerless Birmingham. That's happening on Boxing Day. I'm sure, hopefully they've got a manager by then, because if not, it'll be chaos. Moving into the 29th, we take on Huddersfield. So it's probably looking like this is the sort of mid part of the season. Then we take on Nottingham Forest on New Year's Day. That's pretty exciting as well. So jumping all the way down to the back end of the season, we'll take a look at the final game for everybody, not just Rovers. But that's where my... this looks a bit weird. So the last game of the season will be May the 2nd, Saturday the May the 2nd. This is where we're going to be crowned champions of the championship. And we end it at Luton away. So get your Kenilworth Road tickets sorted, boys and girls. That's when we're going to become champions of the championship and get ourselves back in the Premier League, boys and girls, where we rightfully belong. So that is the final game of the season. The penultimate game in the back end of April. We will be taking on Reading. So let's flip back here again and take a look at the odds. Now these are the odds from yesterday, snapshot. Let's see if those odds have changed a little bit. Hopefully I should have the website fired up here. So are these live odds? No. So I'm going to give this a refresh. As you can see, hopefully you can see on the screen here. Going to do a refresh. Rovers 33-1, Leeds 11-2. It doesn't look like it's changed, or has it? So right now, as it stands, if I can just bring that down. Oh goodness, live TV, folks, live TV. Yeah, they've not budged. They've not budged a bit at all. How disappointing is that? How anticlimactic is that? So they've not even moved a single bit since the release of the fixtures. Because the reason I bring that into attention is because I think that can change whether a team has a good or strong run in it. It was very apparent in the Premier League. I did the same thing. I took a snapshot of the odds before it, and then I took a snapshot after it, and there was a drastic shift because of the when you look at the big teams that are competing for the Premier League, Liverpool, Manchester City. I think it appeared Liverpool had a more difficult run in towards the back end of the season, and that would change the way the bookmakers think and that kind of stuff. So, but it doesn't appear to have changed. So if you're watching, get your bets in now, boys and girls. I don't know. Having a quick look at that. Let's have a look. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be doing a quick Rovers point of view here. I know I should be doing a championship. Can I see a championship by champion, a club by club view here? Does it let me do that? I don't know. It's not. It's not. What about the Rovers website? Has that got it all laid out for me? Let's have a quick. So this is yeah. So we open against Charlton. I'm happy with that. Hopefully you guys are happy with that, because I'm flipping over the moon with that one. I think it's a very winnable game. Yep. Rovers are slow on the uptake. Cannot get the fixtures from them. So we just have to suck it up and look at this. So overall, it's not a bad start to the season. besides the Rovers game, I'm going to go put a different spin on this now. Besides the Rovers, I think one of the most interesting games for the start of the season, Huddersfield and Derby. That is, obviously they've moved it to a Monday night game, so that's probably going to be on the TV. There's a Sunday night game, Bristol City against Leeds as well. Kickoff times here are the UK kickoff times. Obviously, I'm in the US, so these are going to be different for me. So yeah, yes, but hey, you know the championship is a funny old beast. You can look at this and you can try and do the math and try and do the your predictions and all that kind of good stuff. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be some dark horses coming out of nowhere. Whether it's QPR this season that go all out and get themselves up promoted, or if it's Blackburn Rovers, for crying out loud, who knows? You just everything goes out the window with the championship. It's a completely separate beast. But anyway, that is just a quick overview of the fixtures. Obviously, I might do a bit of a more in-depth look at Blackburn Rovers fixtures once it's on the Blackburn Rovers website, so we can kind of have a look at it more generically and because right now you have to scan through everything to get it out there. And also a little bit later on today we get the release of the Carabao Cup fixture, so we'll find out who we're going to be taking on in the middle of August. In that competition. So that's going to be a little bit later on. But yeah, first for Rovers, Charlton, then it's Middlesbrough. No, sorry, Charlton, then it's Fulham, then it's Middlesbrough. And then we end up at the back end of this month on our first game against Hull away. It's not bad. It's difficult. I'm not going to lie. I doubt early thoughts. I doubt we'll get out of the month of August without a defeat. But like I said, go back to 2010, 2011 for the last time Blackburn Rovers started the season with a win. There's been a few draws in there, but realistically, we don't win our first game. We don't win. Can this be the sort of the straw that breaks the camel's back sort of thing? But anyway, so that, my friends, is all I've got for you right now. But I just want to let you know, I'm going to just bring this graphic up here. Hopefully, you can see it. Tell you what's going on over on the platform as a whole while I still have you. There's a lot going on in the future of the platform. I just want to let you know I will be doing live Premier League fixtures or live Premier League predictions, Championship predictions right here on the channel on YouTube. And also continuing the old Bundesliga, La Liga and Serie A predictions as they were. Also currently over on Twitch a little bit later on, about 2 hours time, 3 hours time, I could be continuing my live streams over on Twitch with the CONCACAF Gold Cup, the Copa America, and the Africa Cup of Nations. They'll be continuing that. And again, I'm just going to throw this out here, right now. If you want to become a Patreon member, boys and girls, you can still get involved with that. And that's going to open up some more perks and privileges, which I've not really talked about. But anyway, if you want links to those bad boys, there they are right here, right now. But yes, looking forward to the new season. Now we can start planning everything. I've actually got a lot to think about because we are actually going away for our holiday at the start of August. But don't worry, folks, the content will continue. It's just going to be, I'm just going to be a traveling vlogger or whatever, traveling content creator for a week or two. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed that quick, sharp look at those predictions. Again, I will hopefully maybe condense all this information back into a my Twitchosphere has all wiggled out on me. Let me get back to the main screen here. But hopefully you enjoyed a quick look at those fixtures. I'm looking forward to the new season. It's hopefully now we can start getting into top gear. Hopefully now Tony Mowbray will be getting busy and getting some signings through the door, because I'm a little bit worried right now. I don't know what's going to happen with our signings. There's a lot of talk with some nonsense right now. Another young keeper, extra midfielders, all this kind of nonsense. When are we going to sign a stinking centre back? I know Grant Hanley's linked, possibly on loan, which doesn't really feel. I'm getting away from the subject here. Fixtures are out. Hopefully, yes. Oh, anyway, let me just catch up with these predictions here on the chat. I just want to make sure I Leeds have Bristol away. I'm just reading up on the chat here. We have Charlton away. Yeah, I'll be doing predictions, Hunzi Massa. I'll be doing predictions for the Championship. I'll be doing predictions for the Premier League. And I'll be doing them live here on YouTube. I don't know about the times. I don't know about the days. That'll be figured out a little bit later on, because there are, I've got to make sure everyone's considered. And of course, got to make sure that I can give you a full fixture list prediction. But that will take place, obviously, at the start of the season, around about August. So get standby for that, bad boys. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. It is ridiculously early. It is 4:15 out here in the USA in the morning. So I'm going to go get myself and a couple of hours extra snooze. And I'll be back a little bit later on Twitch. If you want to join us on Twitch, we'll be predicting the Copa America and we'll be predicting the Africa Cup of Nations. There'll be a double bubble, so join me over there. Until then, I am going to get out of here. And I'm going to be seeing you all very, very soon. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe. We're back here every single day, I'm pretty sure, for some content whatsoever. I love you all. Good night, good morning, wherever you are in the world.